Greetings, welcome to the Power of Purpose with me, Anton NM. This is Wisdom 101. Today we are looking at emotional intelligence. A friend of mine, Mr. Augustinus Gombe, Mr. Mind, has written an amazing book. And I believe we can tap into some wisdom in here, some principles that will be able to help us navigate through stages of life. Now, as much as you are a spiritual being, you are also a very emotional being. You are built with a capacity that which is called the soul. And within that, you have mind, thoughts, emotions, and self-will. So, the soul is a combination of your senses and your emotions and the self-will. That's who you are. And it's vital to be able to understand that you are an emotional being. Laughter, joy, love, anger, it's all reside inside you. Sorrow, it's all packages inside you. And each of these have a functions in your life. But when they're out of proportion, out of control, then they can bring chaos to you and those around you. Devastation that unthinkable. So it's vital that Mr. Mind in chapter 9, he talks about leadership and empathy. And he talks about several elements, about four, which is self-awareness, and he talks about self-management. This is an amazing. Let's get into it. Have you taken time to sit down and analyze and examine your emotional turbulence? The hills and the lows, the valleys and the mountains of your emotions. The process, be it you're an introvert or extrovert, whichever personality you have, your emotion can work to your advantage in the leadership position, in the family, in the community, in an organization. How you relate to people. Because people are emotional beings, being emotionally intelligent becomes a very vital element that helps you propel, helps you encourage, motivate your teamwork. You are in a crisis and frustrated, angry, be it household issues or work-related issues. How you manage and process those emotions are vital. How you're going to move after you are done with the pain. Going forward, people are going to view you based on how you handled yourself during stressful time, during betrayal, during anger, disagreement, conflict. After all is said and done, dust settles. Afterward, how do people view you? So to be able to analyze your emotions, it's very, very vital. Mr. Mind talks about self-awareness. It's kind of having kind of a SWOT analysis. You are aware of your strength, and you are aware of your weaknesses and threats and opportunities. So self-awareness is introspection into yourself. We literally, it's not what people do to us or say to us that makes us do certain things. It's basically people are just triggers of who we already are. Your behavior, your outcome, if it's unprofessional in the workplace, it wasn't because your colleague said something to upset you. They might have said that, but how you handled yourself, the choices you made, the words you said, your actions actually determines the way forward, and not really what people do to us or what they say to us. It's who we are. So how much aware are you of yourself vulnerabilities? And if you're not aware of your shortcomings, some people can be able to take and exploit those ones. Because you're not aware, so you haven't put up gates and roadblocks and walls to protect yourself from being damaged or others to take advantage of that. On the other side is, if you are aware of those, how much do you use your strength, emotional strength, in order to compensate for the weaker strength? So it's very vital to be aware and be prepared. Trying to, once you are aware, you develop a coping system, a coping mechanism to compensate and protect and manage, mitigate those emotions, to ensure that they are always in the safe environment. That the other part we're going to talk about is we are not saying people should suppress what they feel. In the process of emotional intelligence, there's what we call assertiveness. Assertiveness is to be able to express what you feel in a very polite way, but to be able to make the other person understand how you feel. If they haven't treated you or said something, to look at you as a human being, be assertive, meaning you don't insult back, you don't provoke back, you don't find ways to avenge, but you are assertive enough to let somebody be aware very politely, respectfully, with humbleness, to say what they have done was unacceptable to you. That is a process also of emotional intelligence. Don't suppress it, but be assertive enough. Know the time, the when, how to express yourself. If it's not appropriate time, you might have to look for another time, but you should find a way to express those emotions. Anger or grief, whatever emotions you have. And then he talks about self-management. How do you manage yourself? After you know yourself, then you create action plan on how you're going to manage your emotions and those around you. We only reflect and manage, help people around us based on the healthy of management we have set up for ourselves.